Every parenting skill is not going to work on your child. I think that it's so easy to generalize parenting and parenting approaches that sometimes the nuance in parenting gets lost. And if it were generalized or cookie cutter, parenting would be easy, and we all know that it's not freaking easy at all. My name is Lindsay. I'm a child therapist and mindful motherhood educator, and I'm one half of Mindful as a Mother. On today's episode of the podcast, Paige and I are talking about using logic with kids who are experiencing fear and anxiety. And the conversation was around how we can't logic with kids' fear of like monsters because to them their experience is real. But what we can do is we can support our children in like showing them the things that are in place to keep them safe and helping them create a plan for themselves and that emotion. And what came up during that conversation was super interesting. It was pretty much that like some kids need more information than others, and some kids, when given more information, they get very anxious. So I know for my kids in particular, more information is helpful, whereas other kids will take that and spiral on it. So you just have to know what kind of kid you have, and that kind of comes from playing around with it so that you can tailor your approach to them. So when you see a parenting tip here on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, or you read something, know that if it doesn't work for your kid, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. It may mean that it just needs to be adapted to your child and their specific needs. And that's why professionals are so helpful, because they have the skills to like quickly decipher what may work for your child. But at the heart of it, I know that you know what works for your child. And so when you're taking in suggestions and ideas, really filter it through whether that is the approach that will be helpful for your child or if it's something you think will make it worse. And don't take it as like this advice is gospel. Take it as like, I'm going to try this in an experimental way and see how it works with my child, because it may be something that they resonate with, or it may be something that makes the situation worse. If you want more in-depth on this discussion, check out today's episode of our podcast. It's Mindful as a Mother, wherever you get your podcasts.